If you guys are planning on buying an RTX 5070 Ti, then these are the parts I recommend going with if you want to absolutely min-max your system. We are squeezing out as much performance as we can out of this PC without overspending on aesthetics and extra features that we don't need. Theoretically, this entire PC should cost around $1,500, but that is what the 5070 Ti at MSRP, which is unlikely during the launch due to very limited stock. I don't know what the price is going to be because I'm filming this video 1 week before launch. So if we remove the cost of the graphics card, then the total price will be around $760 only, and you can just add in the price of the 5070 Ti separately because every manufacturer has its own listed price. But regardless of what the price is going to be on the 5070 Ti, these are the parts I recommend pairing with the graphics card. The CPU that's going to pair beautifully with the 5070 Ti is the Ryzen 7 7700X for a variety of reasons. First off, you get a solid 8-core 16-thread CPU on the AM5 platform, and it offers excellent productivity and gaming performance. The 7700X is actually cheaper than the non-X version for some reason on Amazon, so it just makes sense to go with the faster chip. Also, when comparing it to the newer 9700X processor, the difference in gaming is so insignificant that it won't bring you any additional performance. So it's better to save the extra $37 and go with the 7700X instead. The difference in productivity is also very marginal, and it won't affect your day-to-day use. The 7700X has the best value by far when it comes to both gaming and productivity. But if gaming is your primary focus, then it would make sense to downgrade to the Ryzen 5 7600X instead. You will take a hit in the productivity side, but you won't lose much gaming performance. However, you will save $45 that you can spend somewhere else, like more storage, for example. For the operating system, we are going with Windows 11 Pro, but you guys can put any operating system that you want in your system. Just whatever you guys do not pay full price for a Windows key because you can get them really cheap. You can find cheap Windows keys from pretty much anywhere, but if you guys want a reliable website, use VIP or cdkey.com because that is where I've been getting all the keys for all my PC builds for the past 5 years. They're fast, they're cheap, and they're reliable. They do offer Windows 10 and Windows 11 CD keys for dirt cheap. Just make sure to use my code TS20 to get that discount. Right after you check out, just go into the user center up top, click on your past orders and reveal the key so that you can copy and paste that into the activation settings of Windows and you're good to go. Now, since we're using a Zen 4 processor, we can save money on the motherboard as well by sticking to the B650 platform instead of using any of the new B850 series, which does cost more than the B650. The Gigabyte B650 Eagle has all the features we need for the PC, like onboard USB-C and built-in Wi-Fi. Now for memory, ladies and gents, we have a new value king that overthrew G-Skill. The Silicon Power Value Gaming is a 32 gig CL30 kit that goes for $82, making it the best choice for anyone min-maxing their system. And for storage, we're starting off with a 1TB Gen 4 NVMe drive from Clev, but we do have plenty of space to add more drives if needed. In fact, if you guys decide to go with the Ryzen 5 7600X instead, you can use the extra savings towards a 2TB drive instead. The graphics card is none other than the Zotac RTX 5070 Ti Solid OC, which honestly has no business being a triple slot card. I mean, just look at this chonker. I get that manufacturers can't add a new cooler design for each of the 50 series cards because of cost, but it's just comical to see a 5070 model rocking the same cooler as its 5080 and 5090 counterpart. I do have to say, I have mixed feelings with the soft champagne gold accents throughout the card. I mean, I get they were going for this elegant and premium look, but this just throws off every possible color scheme this card goes with. At least make it gold so we can pair it with a nice set of gold cable extensions. There is literally no other color that comes close to this in the PC market unless you go custom. But besides that, it comes with dual BIOS support and some RGB accents on the side, which requires a cable that you have to plug in from the side to control the lights via their new Firestorm app. I personally don't like having any more cables coming out from the side other than the 12 VH power cable, so I left that cable disconnected for now, which means unfortunately we can't change the colors on the card. Personally, I think it would have looked much cleaner if they moved the port to the other side so it's closer to the motherboard tray, but I'm no engineer. The case we're building in is the Gamdius Athena M3, which, like the build itself, offers tons of value for the price. You get a mid-tower case with mesh front panel, 4 included 120mm ARGB fans, and a built-in 8-port fan hub in the back. The case itself can support up to an eATX motherboard, and it has a USB-C connection on the top, which will pair beautifully with our motherboard's onboard USB-C. You get all this for only $70, which is pretty nuts when you think about it. Of course, the case always comes down to personal preference. You guys can go with any case that your heart desires as long as it fits within your budget. But because we're min-maxing this system and we're trying to stay under a certain amount, this case offers the most value. Last but not least, powering the entire system is an 850 watt gold certified semi-modular power supply from Apivia, which has a Gen 5 cable included for our GPU. I accidentally made the silly mistake of buying the standard version, which is what is inside the system right now, but I do have the new one coming tomorrow, which I will replace it before I finish editing this video. The difference between the standard version and the Gen 5 cable version is only $6, so it's definitely worth the upgrade. But yeah, with all that said, let's go and take this PC for a test drive. You already know we're starting off with the finals in 1440p. High settings. Let's see what this GPU can do. Oh. Let's go. I feel like anybody who buys a 5070 Ti is most likely going to want to play in 1440p max settings. If you want to do 4K, a 5080 or 5090 would be your card, but anyone who wants to game in 1440p max settings, especially competitive, 5070 or 5070 Ti is probably the card you want. See if you can turn this game around. I literally joined mid-match and we're down by 10,000 points. CPU is actually doing pretty good too. We're staying under 65C, but you guys can probably hear the fans ramping up, which is to be expected from a $50 CPU cooler. But the graphics card, I didn't even look at the graphics card temps. We're staying under 50C on the card. That's nice. That's actually really cool. I almost forgot to tell you guys, I am playing on one of our new designs from our Season 13 collection. We don't have a name for it just yet, but if you're watching this video, it's already up on our store if you guys want to pick it up. Can't believe you won that. That's crazy. Okay, let's give Marvel Rivals a shot. So we're playing ultra settings, 1440p. This game is actually pretty demanding. We're only getting 130 frames on the 5070 Ti. Oh, let's go! Got sniped, yo. Oh, what? I don't even play this game, and I'm sniping. Ah, bruh. So actually take that back. We are getting around 100 frames actually. This is one of the games where it's putting the 5070 Ti down on its knees. 87 frames? Yo! Never miss. I'll take it. Yeah, even the temps are going up. 57 degrees, that's crazy. Yo, Hawkeye is honestly just killing it. Looks like GPU reached its peak at 58 degrees. Pretty toasty, but what can you do? Let's see if we have any upscaling technology. Oh, frame gen's not on. Why are we not playing with frame gen? There we go. We pretty much doubled. All right, here we are back at it again with everyone's favorite fork knife. We are in 1440p DirectX 12, and here are the rest of the settings. Let's see what we can do. It'd be pretty cool if we can get to top 10 like last time. We're getting some pretty decent FPS, pretty close to 300. Oh, there we go, you just cracked 300. But we're getting quite a bit of frame dips, so anywhere between 240 to 320 FPS. That was definitely a bot. He missed all his shots. Oh my god. Why did he not get out of it? This ain't good. Oh my god! He chased me! He chased me, man. I can't hear anything in this game. Alright, last but not least, let's have some fun in Cyberpunk 2077. Let's start with 4K native resolution, no DLSS or upscaling technology. Even the 5070 Ti is no match to Cyberpunk. We're getting around 70 FPS. Wow, that's actually crazy. Not even 70, we just dipped down to 52. So yeah, like I said, this is not a 4K card, and this pretty much proves it. I mean, unless we enable DLSS 4 and frame gen, that's a different story. But yeah, this is definitely not playable in native 4K. Let's do Ray Tracing Ultra, DLSS Super Resolution, and enable frame gen in Ultra settings. There we go, now we're talking. We jumped up all the way to 188 frames per second with DLSS and frame gen. Now this is more playable in 4K. So let me rephrase what I said earlier before. The 5070 Ti can be a 4K gaming card only through DLSS and frame gen. So as long as you're okay with enabling those settings, you can easily play and enjoy games in 4K resolution. But for native resolution, especially for competitive gaming, 1440p is the target resolution for this card, and most likely the 5070 as well. All right, same exact settings, 1440p. Oh yeah, we're way up there now. 300 frames. But a game like Cyberpunk, I feel like you want to play in 4K. You gotta enjoy the graphics. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. It looks and runs great, very minimal on the RGB. I didn't even add any cable extensions on here because we're focusing mostly on performance. I just hope by the time you guys are done watching this video, there will be some stock available for purchase of the 5070 Ti's at a reasonable price. To my knowledge, I think the PNY cards are the only ones that are pretty much selling at MSRP or very close to MSRP of $750. If the 5070 Ti goes for anything over 850 bucks, honestly, I just don't think it's worth it, and it's better that you guys wait. After all, AMD is right around the corner. But yeah, links to everything will be posted down below if you guys want to check it out. Subscribe for more PC builds coming your way, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.